What's going on, everyone? This is the Raving Wolf, the Reformation Keegan. Today, I am here with a new tier ranking, the tier ranking of WWE championships. So I went back probably all the way to the new generation slash golden era of championships. I haven't gone into the 70s and heritage titles because that's going to be for a different video where I'm going to rank those. So the list goes as follows. There's Hall of Fame for the greatest titles, good for good titles, decent for decent titles, just about bearable, which means that there's going to be like one element of this title that keeps it from being in the litter box, which is garbage. So let's get started. Let's go through all of these championships. And if you disagree, let me know in the comments. So up first, we have the Raw Tag Team Championships, and immediately goes in the litter box. Um, I just don't like the silver with the red, and the silver itself just to me looks very cheap, looks very plastic like, and it's just to me a very dull version of a title. And I think right here we have the SmackDown version. There's really no difference, so I'm gonna put the SmackDown one in the litter box as well to get started. So up next we have the United States Championship, which went from 2003 to 2020, I believe, something like that. Um, I think this is a Hall of Fame title, just based off of its appearance itself. I think that the American flag in the back with the Star Spangles just looks amazing. It's such a nice looking title. It looks like a pro wrestling title to me, um, and it's going to go in the Hall of Fame because of that. Okay, so up next we have the WWE Championship from 2013 and 14. This one to me, it goes in the litter box. I just think it's a very bland design, just slapping the WWE logo on it. It's just not my cup of tea. I know some people like these titles. For me, I think they're very bland. But I will say I do prefer the scratch logo over the new AI style logo that they've had the last 10 years. All right, so the new United States Championship, or newer, I should say, I'm actually gonna put this one in good. Even though I have a really soft spot for the original United States Championship from WWE standards, because there is the WCW United States Championship as well. I still think this one's very good. I didn't like it at the beginning, but I think that the American flag at the bottom with the eagle really adds an American identity to the championship, and I just think it's a nice looking belt. So I'm gonna put it in good. The new undisputed WWE Championship, kind of similar to the other WWE Championship. I'm just gonna put it in the litter box. It's just not really my thing. And I think all the belts with the big logo on them, just to me they don't stand out. So like here, like the Blue Universal Championship, another one, the Red Universal Championship in there. What other ones in here have the big the big WWE logo? This title, the women's title, and I think these titles could have upside, but I just think that the design, especially for world titles, is just kind of plain here. Not my favorite titles. Is that it for? Oh, and then obviously the original version of it right here after they changed the logo. Just none of these to me resonate. I don't know why. They just don't feel like big titles. On the other hand, the women's UK title, I think this belt's amazing. I'm going to put it in the Hall of Fame. It has the white strap, and in a similar part to its counterpart, the men's UK Championship, I think looks great. It has the similar structure of the WWE championships with the scratch logos, but if you look inside the UK title, there's so much inner detail that really shows UK culture, shows the UK and their representation, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. I've held the UK title. It's one of the most beautiful belts I've ever seen, which is why both of these are going to end up going in the Hall of Fame. The WWE Tag Team Championships from the Ruthless Aggression era. I'm going to put these in good, because I think they're very nice looking belts, and they still again have that old school feel that I look for. Same thing with the Attitude Era World Tag Team titles. I'm going to put those in the good as well. Some people might not like the design, but I think one, it could be a little nostalgia trip, but two, I also think they're not bad looking championships. I'm going to put them in good. The European Championship, it looks a lot like the World Tag Team title. I'm going to put it in decent, because it looks a lot like the NWA title. It kind of looks like a copy of the NWA title. It has all the flags on the side and things of that nature, but still not a bad title in my opinion. The UK Tag Team Championships, I'm going to put in the Hall of Fame because I think these belts look absolutely amazing in a very similar manner to the UK Women's World Title and the UK Men's World Title. If you look at the inner scope in them, absolutely incredible belts. The hardcore belt, oh man, I have nostalgia for this one, but I think it's got to go. I think it's got to go in the litter box. It's just man, it doesn't look like a championship to me. And I get it because it's hardcore, for the hardcore championship, but I don't know. It just doesn't. Ah. It looks like something that you would find in a Herbie Kirby wastebasket that had been kind of out for too long and it decomposed. Like it looks like a decomposed championship, and like you put it in compost or something, and there's hardcore in the middle of it. But I still like the belt in terms of its significance, but it's still like, eh, I can't put it in anything more. The light heavyweight title is kind of the same thing. It looks like one of those creative championships that you would make in the WWE games of SmackDown versus Raw. It just has like the name and the champion, and then just a big blotch of gold on it. It's okay. Like I just don't think it's a very nice looking belt. The Cruiserweight Championship, the WWE one, I'm gonna put in decent. I don't think this belt is bad at all. I think it fit the message of the Cruiserweight division. And I really don't really have anything bad to say about it. It's not a groundbreaking championship, but it's also not a bad looking championship either. For the 2016 style Cruiserweight title from the Cruiserweight Classic, it's gonna have to go in the litter box because oh no, not even decent. It's gonna go in litter box because um again, I don't think the purple connects, and I think the silver again just looks very very cheap. I don't know why. I know it's not cheap. These belts are super expensive to make, but the just the silver looks very very plasticky. Like I said earlier with the Raw SmackDown tag team titles, 24/7 title. Need I say more? That goes in the litter box. We are gonna forget about that. The original WWE tag team titles when they got unified from 2010, 2009 ish. I'm gonna put those in the litter box too. But I will say this: I think having the Spartans on the side, I think if you made that the championship and not just put it inside of like a little copper penny and you had it stick out more, I think that would look really, really cool. If you could somehow pull that off, but I just think it's too crammed and just it looks like a penny, you know what I mean? So, but if you can get those Spartans out more 3D-ish, I think that would look cool. Um, the new World Heavyweight Championship. I'm actually gonna put in good. I think this is actually a nice looking championship, even though to me, like I think the WWE logo is a bit out of place on it, and I think um, it looks like if you melted the big gold belt in like hot oil and then you mixed it around like pasta. That's what this World Heavyweight Championship would look like to me. But it's still not a bad looking championship. It looks like a wrestling title. Again, I just think the logo is a little out of place. If the logo was a little bit smaller, I think it would look better. But again, still a nice belt. The NXT North American belt, same thing. I'm going to put it in good. I think this belt looks so old school, and I really like it. It has the whole continent of North America on it. I think the brown leather design looks really good. Nice looking. Again, nice looking title. Nice contrast to silver and gold, too. The NXT Championship, I'll put it in decent. I don't think it's I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's bad either. I don't really like the big X. I think it kind of, I don't know. I think it kind of takes away from it a bit. But it's okay. There's really nothing else for me to say on this belt. And then for the original NXT, I'm gonna put in just about bearable because again, it's just a big X. It's just lettering really. There's not really much to it that I think catches my eye, but still a decent nostalgia trip for it. The NXT Women's Belt, I'm actually gonna put this in decent because it doesn't have just the big X. Like there's a little bit more going on around it, but the silver to me is just kind of like, ugh. I think if it was gold, it might look a bit better. Uh, and then for the NXT Women's Belt, I'll also put this one in decent too. It's got some colors because of the NXT 2.0, which actually I think adds to it a little bit. But again, the big X to me is just kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. The original NXT Tag Team titles, I'm gonna put in decent as well. I almost went good, but I'm gonna put decent. I like the contrast of black and gold. I think that looks really cool. And I actually like the NXT lettering down the middle rather than just on the side. It looks a bit different. And not bad looking belts. These NXT championships though are going to go in good. These NXT tag ones. I think these look great, and also where are they on here? The NXT Women's Tag Belts. I think these look really good. There's a lot going on around them. Again, nice contrast of silver, black, and gold. The NXT logo's in the middle, which I think actually looks nice. Very good looking championships in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Divas title. I'm sorry, that was a dark era for the women's division, and I feel bad, but it's gotta go in the trash in the litter box. Okay, the spinner WWE title. I usually don't like big logos, but again, there's a lot going around this championship. And I'm actually going to do a tier list eventually for custom titles. And I don't necessarily consider the spinner belt a custom title because it was used for so many years afterward. It was used for almost 10 years. It was 8 years, I think it was used, if I remember correctly. But I'm going to put it in the Hall of Fame. I know I'm going to get hate for it, but my tier list. So I don't know. Yeah, it has the scratch logo in the middle, but there's so much more going around the championship. I actually think it's a nice looking title, and it suited certain people. Like I think Randy Orton looked good with it. I think CM Punk looked good with it. Cena, obviously, Triple H. I think they'll look good with the title. I really like it, so it's gonna go in the Hall of Fame. And another Hall of Famer will be the Intercontinental Championship with the white strap. Just look at that title. That's a pro wrestling world championship. Same thing with the Winged Eagle belt, obviously Hall of Fame, probably in the top 3 titles of all time, in my opinion. To me, it looks like a real world championship. The women's tag titles, I'll put in decent because I actually think there's some potential with these titles. Or sorry, not just about bearable. I'll put it in decent because I think you can still do a lot with this championship. I think if you add like a lighter contrast of silver with the gold, I think it'll look a lot nicer. Make it a little shinier, I guess. But maybe add a little more design to it. But other than that, like I don't think it's a terrible title. I'll also put the women's world heavyweight title in good because it's basically the same belt as the men's world title and vice versa, except the white strap, which I actually think looks nice. So, but again, I think the WWE logo sticks out a bit too much, but I get it for branding, marketing reasons. I understand it. Okay, so the big gold belt, instant Hall of Fame. To me, the greatest looking world championship of all time. It just exudes wrestling to me. It exudes old school and prestige. So it's gonna go in the Hall of Fame. The women's world title, I'll put in decent because I think it's not a bad looking championship. It all actually looks like almost like an intercontinental title of sorts. But I think this has potential. I would like to have seen a logo a little more instead of just putting women's champion because I think it could have added more. But still, not a bad championship. The new pepperoni style WWE tag team titles, which I actually think aren't bad. I'm going to put in decent because I think these actually are not bad looking championships. They're okay. But I think there's like, I don't know, circular championships to me can be hit and miss depending, but I don't think it's bad. The World Tag titles, I'll put in the Hall of Fame. I think these might be the nicest looking tag titles along with the NXT UK titles. Again, just nostalgia. Has an old school feel. I like the sides too of actually like seeing wrestlers wrestling on the side of the plates. I think those look good. I think the new WWE tag titles are going to be Hall of Fame too. These WWE ones, these look amazing. Nice homage to like the Attitude Era and WWE tag team titles, and you blend them in the one, add a little bit of touch of the World Tag titles in it. I think these look amazing, and the WWE logo is not too big on them. Bravo for these. I think these look great. Um, the new Intercontinental, I'm going to put in just about bearable. To me, it looks so generic. It looks like a creative title off WWE 2K to me. I hate saying it, but to me, it is just about bearable. The original Intercontinental title, I will put in good. I don't think it's a bad title at all, but I actually think upgrading it to the to the white strap version and going back down memory lane was a great decision. But still, this is a decent title. Undisputed title, instant Hall of Fame for me. Probably the second best world title ever after the big gold belt, I would say. Let me know what you guys think is the best looking title in the history of WWE. The Attitude Era World title, I'll put in good. I think that was a really nice looking title, nice eagle. I think there could have been a little more color on the eagle though to kind of, or a little more shininess and contrast to really make it stand out even more. But still, nice looking title. And then the original women's championship from the '90s, I'm gonna put in good. I actually like this championship. I think there's a reality to it that I really like, and I think this title should have lasted even longer. Obviously with circumstances, but still a nice looking title. And yeah, so this is what I have for my tier list of WWE championships. Let me know what you guys think. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I'll be back with more. See you soon.